Hello, welcome to Keeping It Real with Sheila Redell. Today I have the lovely Jason Brunner.
Hello, how you doing?
That's the famous Love Cake. That's the singer extraordinaire.
Thank you.
Just brief intro. We met on Craigslist. I wanted to get singing lessons, and he had a great ad. So I basically, took about a month. I saw his ad in February of last year. And I waited until about March, end of March, until I finally got up the guts and was like, let me do this. So I wanted to do my Mariah Carey. I wanted to do my Lauryn Hill. I wanted to do my Stevie Wonder. Like, I wanted to do everything. Because I love to write. But I thought singing would come easily to me because I'm a black woman. And, I realized that's not really what it is. But he saw my talent and I saw his talent. And, it's coming like a comedic rap, R&B, soul, rock, everything all in one relationship. So it's cool. He introduced me to Alice in Chains today. And I thought it was Allison, like the name, and then Chains. But it's Alice in Chains.
And what do you think of Alice in Chains?
They're deep. I wish Homeboy didn't have to go out like that.
Yeah.
Heroin is a hell of a drug.
But they got a new singer, and he's really good.
Mm-hmm.
And he plays guitar as well.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a black guy, which is very cool.
You don't say.
Yeah.
You don't say. He's a black guy.
Yeah.
What kind of black guy? Light skin or dark skin?
He's a light-skinned black guy. I'd say maybe kind of like Slash from Guns N' Roses.
Oh.
But yeah, it's kind of amazing how a white rock band, grunge rock band that was famous from the 90s in Seattle, can have a black guy front their band and still retain all their fans. And their fans are just so happy to have them out there on stage touring again because they love their music. They're such a great band. Which kind of leads into the subject that we're going to talk about right now.
What's that?
Well, last night, this is something that bothered me and I felt like I needed to talk about it. Sheila and I were at a club, and there was approximately 15 young black men on the side of the club, right? And we decided to go up there and talk to them, hang out and talk about music. And we're looking for some people to help Sheila with one of her songs. And we need some people from the studio to just kind of step out there and offer some help and believe in what she's doing as much as I do. And so, we're hanging out, and, at first I walk up, I'm thinking, okay, geez, here's one white guy walking up with a beautiful black girl. And there's, 15 kind of hardcore, black guys that probably wouldn't hang out with somebody like me. So I walked up with her, and we're talking and laughing and having a good time. And I started to feel like, well, maybe they are accepting me just because I'm who I am. And we're talking about music. And so after a while, we go back into the club and we watch them perform, and I'm feeling like, oh, maybe I'm accepted. I can hang out and feel comfortable. And we go home later on that night, and Sheila tells me that they were
calling him Casper.
Yeah, Casper.
Okay. Friendly ghost.
And at first I thought, okay, well maybe that's okay for a nickname. But it went a little further than that, actually.
Yeah. The whole.
As soon as I walked away, then they had something to say. So I felt like, why do they have to be really fake and phony with me? I'm being genuine with them. I can accept anybody. If you're being real with me, I'll be real with you. And I genuinely care about people. I don't care if you're purple or polka dot with 3 arms that are from outer space. I don't care. I respect and love everybody that gives me the same in return. And so it really kind of hurt my feelings to find out that they're talking about me behind my back, and it was just all a big joke almost on me. Like they were just being fake in front of my face, and as soon as I walked away, then they had a different opinion of me. So, I don't know. Do you care to elaborate on that, Sheila?
Wow. Yeah. Well, Well, let me start with the hug. Come here, baby. I love you.
Love you too.
I love you. You're my friendly ghost. My friendly live ghost. I love you, honey. Okay? Yeah. And in the past, we've gone through stuff and I never really spoke up. But lately, I've had quite the, outspoken bug. And when he left and I came back because, they were out there and I had to go to the car to look for something. And, they're like, oh, where's Casper? Where's, your manager? Where's whatever? And I was like, well, first of all, he's my man. And second of all, I said, y'all weren't saying that when he was here. I said, why talk bad about him now? I said, he didn't do nothing to any of y'all but chill and talk to y'all and, let you split foes, sing for you, whatever. I said, that's really, disrespectful, straight up. And I'm like, oh, no need to get uptight, blah, blah, blah. And, I think we ended up changing the subject because I noticed as soon as Jason did walk up, because obviously he's not going to leave me out in a water filled with piranhas, everyone scattered like little cockroaches. Hopped in the car, moved other directions, changed the subject. And, and they're out there, I was wearing my weave. I started off the night looking like, where am I at? Here I am. Okay. So I have my wig on. Now it's tore up right now, y'all, because it's just been on the couch and on the floor. I have my Diana Ross on. You know what I mean? And you see, as soon as I put that thing on, it gives you a whole different look. You know what I mean? And at one point, just to check them out, I took off my whole wig. And this was before he even left, And I was just like, am I still pretty when I take this shit off? Excuse my language. I mean, shizzle off. When I take this shizzle off, am I still beautiful? And I know I am. He says so. But, it's just interesting the different type of attention I feel like I've gotten since I got this hair, and versus my shortcut, But as far as the black and white thing, it's like, what does it matter? You're out here hollering at every little piece of meat pie that walks by. So why do you even have a concern at all about what me and this man got going on? Because I'm sure you've got somebody to go home and smash your roo all through the night if you want to. And in fact, you probably got 5 baby moms, probably 17. And then I hear them talking about pimping. And they talking about pimping. And, being the girl I am, I'm like, well, maybe I can interview about your pimping. But only to get an inside look at what the freak they're thinking, and how girls are manipulated like that, The anatomy of life doesn't exclude anybody. I'm interested in how, villains get the courage to do what the freak. There I go again with that cursing. I'm going to fix my potty mouth. But that's not the point. Y'all know, we don't judge a person by, certain things. Y'all know I got a pure heart. But the point is, y'all, I want you to give us some feedback. On this next segment, we're really going to be talking about everything we touched on. From interracial dating to people being two-faced. They smile in your face all the time. They want to take your place. Backstabbers. Backstabbers. They smile in your face all the time. They want to take your place. Backstabbers.
It's true.
Backstabbers.
I just got to say one more thing.
Go ahead, baby.
When I was growing up, when I was a teenager, I had some black friends that I was very... I don't know, I looked up to them. They're older than me. They're very popular and introduced me to a lot of popular people and got me in clubs. And I got this one guy that lived with me, Billy. I won't name any last names. I'll keep it like that. But you know what? I loved Billy like a brother. I mean that in every sense of the word. He was about 5 years older than me. And we looked out after each other. He drove my cars. He lived with me in a couple different places. When he had nowhere to go, I got him a job and everything. And later on, there was a falling out that we had. It was a misunderstanding, but, that's all done in the past. But, when these types of things happen, I can't help but wonder, was he being real with me? were his friends that seemed to accept me, were they being real with me, or were they even fake with me? Because maybe I had some money and I had a cool car at the time, and did they use me, or did
Mm.
they genuinely like to hang out with me and think I was a real person? I had fun. We'd all get in the car and drive around and cruise and check out girls and sing Bobby Brown in the car and Keith Sweat and all that. And I had a blast. I had such a good time, and I missed those days. And those are really great memories for me. And I just can't help but wonder, was that genuine? Or whereas, I the subject of everybody's joke when I wasn't around. I
Mm.
know that I've had some very good black friends that are real for sure. And I had neighbors. He was a white guy, and he married a black woman, and she was wonderful. Very educated, very friendly, hospitable, loving woman, and had two kids that my daughter grew up with and got to play with. And I'm really glad that my daughter got to play with them and saw no color lines. She was colorblind. She just loved them because they're great people. And I don't know why in this day and time that people can't really just see people for who they are. I can't wait for the day when everybody's so mixed up that we don't see color anymore. And that's how I feel about it. And I love Sheila because she's awesome.
She's awesome. I love you because you're awesome. And if I'm a reflection of you, then I must be fly, babe.
Yeah.
Love you, hon. We'll end it like that. Peace out. Keeping it real with Sheila Redell. Thursdays, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. www.centralvalleytalk.com.
Bye.
Bye, guys.